Thank you. Good morning. I want to thank you all for coming here this morning. It will be a beautiful Friday because the students are going to show us what they know. It's difficult to come to this stage. I want you all to respect all the students. Number one, please turn off your cell phones. Please turn off your cell phones. We have Mr. Sam who will be taking pictures and videos. You have access to all that information. Number two, I wanted to say a poem at the beginning, but Miss Lindsay said no.
I didn't say no.
That's good. Okay. You'll be surprised at the end of this competition to see what comes out of it. I want to remind students that Poetry Out Loud is more about academics, more about what we learn and what you can show us. I want you to put your hands together for Miss Lindsay. By coming up here, she did a good job putting this together, and it's not easy, and I do appreciate her effort. For those of you students who are up here, it's an opportunity for you to move from here and show your talent, because we are going to select the best students to go represent the school out of here in a state competition, district competition. And we are praying that our judges will be very accurate. You see, many of them, it's not Mr. Manye selecting a student, so we'll come out with some good results. I don't want to take much of your time. I want to pass over the microphone to Miss Lindsay.
For trying their best to learn a poem. That's really hard, especially in a language that's not your own, that's not your first language. It's really hard. And some of our teachers have even memorized poems not in their first language, so we know it's really hard. So you should be proud of yourself, even if you're not up here today. So let's give a hand for ourselves. You guys did really great. So Mr. Lorne is going to be helping moving the program along. Just be supportive. You know it's hard, you've done it, so be supportive, be good audience members, and it should be really great. I'm excited to hear what everyone has to say. Thanks.
All right, I think we're ready to get started. So before we start with our poems, I'm going to introduce our illustrious judges. So I'm going to have them stand up as I call their name. We have Mr. Dan. We have Miss Katie. We have Mr. Roger Hanson. Now, judging for accuracy is Mr. James. And the person who's keeping the score, Mr. Leka. And finally, what we're all going to need, what we may need, is our help from our prompter, Miss Ruth Ann. Okay, so before the students start, we're going to have some teachers also reciting some poems. Okay, now let me say a few things before we start. It's very difficult for the students to come up here in front of you all and recite a poem. So when they're up here, please, you must show them utmost respect, and you do that by being totally silent. Okay? Otherwise they get nervous, like I am right now. I am going to start off with Break the Ice with the first poem. Okay? Oh, it's up there. All right, here we go. Domingo Supertazón. Los domingos de fútbol americano. Usamos los colores de los equipos. Gritamos y alentamos frente a la tele. Reímos reímos juntos de tontos anuncios. Comemos papitas. Comemos pizza y chile. Saltamos arriba y abajo cuando nuestro equipo anota un touchdown. Thank you. Thank you. Now that we've broken the ice with such a short poem, we have a real poem coming up right now. A real veteran. Miss Katie is going to do a poem in Romanian.
This is Sleepy Birds by Mihai Eminescu. Okay, and it's about the calm and peace at nighttime. Okay. Somneroase pasarele pe la cuburi se adună, se ascund în rămărele noapte bună. Doar izvoarele suspină pe când codrul negru tace. Dorm și florile în grădine, dorm în pace. Trecele bădă pe ape, între trestii să se culce, vieții îngerii aproape, somnul duce. Peste a nopții firie, se ridică mândră lună, totul vis și armonie, noapte bună.
Thank you, Miss Katie. That was excellent. Yay. All right. Are you ready? We are now going to have our first contestant. I'd like to have Miss Faiza Hassan, who's going to recite I Too.
Hello everyone, I'm Faitha, and today I'm gonna say in the poem that I recited by it's I Too by Langston Hughes. Okay. I too sing America. I am the darker brother. They send me tea in the kitchen when company comes. But I laugh, I eat well, and grow strong. Tomorrow, I'll be at the table when company comes. Nobody will dare say to me, eat in the kitchen. Then, besides, they'll see how beautiful I am and be ashamed. I too am American.
All right. Off to a great start this morning. Thank you, Faiza. Next, I want to bring up Amal Hassan, who will be reciting The Illiterate by William Meredith.
Hello everyone, as you know my name is Amal, and today I would like to recite The Lyrism by William Meredith. Touching your goodness, I'm like a man who turns a letter over innocent, and you may think this was because the hand was unfamiliar, but the truth is, the man has never had a letter from anyone, and now he's both afraid of what it means and ashamed because he had no other means to find out what he says than to ask someone. His uncle could have left the firm to him, or his parents did died before he sent them a word, or that girl changed it and went for him below. Afraid and little proud, he keeps it with him. What will you call for his feeling for the words that keep him rich, urban, and beloved?
All right, very good. Thank you, Amal. Next, we have Taysir Yusuf, Rain by Kazim Ali.
Hi, my name is Taysir, and my poem is about rain. Alright, Rain by Qasim Ali. With thick streaks of ink, the sky fills with rain, pretending to run for cover, but secretly praying for more rain. Over the echo of the water, I hear a voice saying my name. No one in the city moves under the quick, silent rain. The pages in my notebook soaked in Quran have written, yogis open their mouth for hours to drink the rain. The sky is a bowl of dark water, rinsing your face. The window trembles, liquid glass shattered into rain. I'm a dark bowl waiting to be filled. If I open my mouth now, I could drown into rain. I hurry home as though someone's there waiting for me. The night collapses into your skin. I am the rain.
Well done. Thank you, Taysir. Next, we have Ayan Noor quoting
Hi everyone, my name is Ayan Noor. My poem is I too sing America. I'm the darker brother. They send me to eat in the kitchen when company comes. But I laugh and eat well and grow strong. Tomorrow I will be at the table when company comes. Nobody will there. Say to me, eat in the kitchen, then be aside. They will see how beautiful I am and be ashamed. I too am American.
Thank you, Ayan. That was well done. Now, judges, do I need to slow down a bit? Do you need more time? Okay.
2-minute break.
Okay. All right, so our next contestant is Mr. Abdi Fattah Adan. Who's going to be doing Cross Voices.
Good morning. My name is Abdi Fattah Adan. My poem is At Cross the Purpose. Is this right in mind? Whose name is this? Did I underline what I must live? I know people of life, in lightness of tree, rooted is received, gazed on the spear. Beauty make me sad, make me grave. I see what I must live. Scallowed gallows, whose will to build the blind. A blind man, and I feel no hammer straight. Your eyes are spicy.
Okay, thank you. Now, and as you saw, like, when we're up here and we're trying to remember, it happened to me. All of a sudden you forget the words you've been practicing over and over and over again, and you have it down, and then when you get up here in front of people, all of a sudden, uh-oh, your mind just kind of... So, at those moments, when someone is up here and they've forgotten the word, just be patient. Just please keep it totally silent. They'll get the word. It'll come to them. Just give them a little time, okay? So, with that said, we're going to welcome Marcelo Morocho, April Love.
Good morning, everybody. How are you? I hope all of you are doing good today. My poem is April Love by Ernest Dawson. I don't know. I forgot. Be prepared because this is a guy who's gonna turn his face to red in just a few seconds. So. Okay. We have walked in love's land a little way. We have learned his lesson a little while. And shall we not part at the end of the day with a sigh, a smile? A little while in the shine of the sun, we were twined together, joined lips, forgot how the shadows fall when the day is done, and when love is not. We have made no vows, that will not be broke. Our love was free as the wind on the hill. There was no word said, we need wish unspoke, and wrath, no ill. So shall we not part at the end of the day, who have loved and lingered a little while, join lips for the last time, go our way with a sigh, a smile. Thank you.
Thank you. Some expression, yeah. All right, we're all doing well so far. All right. So, next, we're going to have Miss Becky Contreras Garcia quoting The Ocean.
My name is Becky, and I'm going to recite the poem The Ocean by Nathaniel Hawthorne. And it starts like this. The ocean has its silent caves, deep, quiet, and alone. Though there be fury on the waves, beneath them there is none. The awful spirits of the deep hold their communion there, for there are those for whom we weep, the young, the bright, the fair. Calmly the worried seamen rest beneath their own blue sea. The ocean solitudes are blessed, for there is purity. The earth has guilt, the earth has care, unquiet are its graves, but peaceful sleep is ever there beneath the dark blue waves.
Thank you, Becky. Y'all doing so well this morning. Yes. All right. Our next contestant Muhammad Adam. Four names.
Thank you. Hi everyone, my name is Muhammad Aden. My poem is called Corn Maze by David Berber. Here is where you can't get nowhere faster than ever as you go under deeper and deeper in the fertile mother of another acre. Like any other, you can peer over and then another, and everywhere you veer or hear, there you are, farther and farther afield than before. But on you blunder in the verdant meander, as if the answer to looking for cover were to be wilder. You're in a minotaur, and near and far were neither here nor there, and where you are is where you were.
It's good. It's good. All right. We're going to have Khalid Ahmed with Toronto Board.
Hi, my name is Khalid, and the poem I'm going to be doing is called Toy Boat, and it's by Ocean Funk. For Tamira Rice, yellow plastic, black sea, eye-shaped, shot on a dark map, no shoes now to arrive or depart, no wind but this which moves you, as if the seconds could be entered and never left. Toy boat, oarless, each wave a green lamp outlasted. Toy boat, toy dream, toy leaf drop from a toy tree, waiting, waiting, as if the sparrows thinning above you are now already pierced by their own name.
All right, thank you, Khalid. Okay, we're going to bring Miss Lindsay up to recite a short poem.
Okay, so my class, if you're in my class, you're learning about poetry right now. Well, most of my classes. So not all poetry is very long. Some of it's very short, and some of them don't make sense at all. So this is this one. And I cheated because it's like only 4 lines long, and everyone else here who's doing an amazing job. I'm so proud of all of you. I'm just like, I'll get emotional. But anyway, so it's very short, and there's a particular student I'm thinking of who will like this poem, and you'll get it at the end. Okay, so it's called The Red Wheelbarrow by William Carlos Williams. So much depends upon a red wheelbarrow glazed with rainwater beside the white chickens. That's it. The student I was thinking of was Osman, by the way. Okay. Hopefully, I should have thought of a longer poem for the poor judges who are working really hard. Thank you so much. Let's get here for the judges. Okay, our next performer, Khalid Hassan, and he will be performing this poem, Falling in Love. Thank you.
Hello, hi. My name is Khalid Hassan. My poem is Fall in Love by Saif Ali Sheikh. Fall in love is so easy to do. I feel for you right after out of blue. Hearing your voice and see you smile. You stole my heart and just want to will. Feeling your touch and tasting your kiss. I could not help but think that you were heaven sent. Knowing your heart and seeing your soul. The passion I felt was more rich than gold. The love I feel for you is the root of truth. So please, hold on to it as I hold on to you.
How do y'all like that expression? That's dramatic. Thank you. it's nice to laugh and have a good time. Thank you. All right. I believe we're ready for the next one. Let's bring up Akram Muhammad.
Hi guys, my name is Akram. My title poem is about my mom. Okay, let me start. Mom, you love me without reason. Show me that you care. You throw me each season. You take me through each season. You always kind of fair. My life with you is never hand-room. There are no condition of you. There are no condition of love from you, my mom. I love you, mom. I love you, mom. Do you guys love your mom?
This is almost like the judges on American Idol. Or America's Got Talent? All right. I'm going to bring up our next contestant, Miss Najma Abdi. Dear future generation.
Before I get started, I want you guys to think about the next generation, like 100 years from now. Yeah, so let's get started. So my poem is about Dear Future Generation by Prince A. Dear future generations, I think I speak for the rest of us when I say, sorry. Sorry we left you a mess of a planet. Sorry that we were too caught up in our own doings to do something. Sorry we listened to people who made excuses to do nothing. I hope if you give us, we just didn't realize how special the earth was, like a marriage going wrong. We didn't know what we had until it was gone. For example, I'm guessing you probably know what's the Amazon desert, right? Well, believe it or not, it was once called the Amazon rainforest, and there were billions of trees there, all of them gorgeous and just, oh, you don't know much about trees, do you? Well, let me tell you, trees are amazing. I mean, we literally breathe the air that they're creating. They clean up our pollution, our carbon, store and purified water, give us medicine that cures the disease, food that feeds us, which is why I'm so sorry to tell you that we burn them down, cut them down with beauty machines, horrific at the rate of 40 football fields every minute. That's 50% of all trees in the world, all gone in the last 100 years. Why? For this. What is that? And that wouldn't make me so sad if there weren't so many pictures of leaves on it. You know, when I was a child, I read how the Native Americans had such consideration for the planet that they felt responsible for how they left the land for the next 7 generations. Which brings me to a great story, because most of us today don't even care about tomorrow. So I'm sorry we put profit above people, greed above need, the rule of gold above the golden rule. I'm sorry we use nature as a credit card with no spending limit, overdrafting animals to extinction, stealing your chance to ever see their uniqueness or become friends with them. Sorry we poison the ocean so much that you can't even swim in them. But most of all, I'm sorry for our mindset, because we had the nerve to call this destruction progress. Hey Fox News, if you don't think climate change is a threat, I dare you to interview the thousands of homeless people in Bangladesh. See, while you're in your penthouse nestle, their homes were literally washed away beneath their feet due to the rising of sea level. And Sarah Palin, you said you love the smell of fossil fuel. Well, I urge you to talk to kids of Beijing who are forced to wear pollution masks just to go to school. You see, you can ignore this, but the thing about truth is, it can be denied, not avoided. So I'm sorry, future generation. I'm sorry our footprints became a sinkhole and not a garden. I'm sorry we paid so much attention to ISIS and very little to how the ice melted in the Arctic. I'm sorry we doomed you. I'm sorry we couldn't find another planet in time to move to. I am sorry. You know what? Cut the beam. I'm not sorry. This generation I do not accept, because an error does not become a mistake until you refuse to correct it. We can redirect this. How? Let me suggest, if a farmer sees a tree that's unhealthy, they do not look at the branches to diagnose it. They look at the root. So like that farmer, we must look at the root and not to the branches of government, not to the politics run by corporation. We are the root. We are the foundation. This generation, it is up to us to take care of this planet. It is our only home. We must globally warm our hearts and change the climate of our souls and realize that we are not apart from nature. We are part of nature. And to protect nature is to protect us. To save nature is to save us. Because whatever you're fighting for, racism, poverty, feminism, gay rights, or any type of equality, it won't matter in the least. Because if we all don't work together to save the environment, we'll be equally extinct. Sorry.
That's about all I can say. That is, first of all, I don't know if I would ever be able to memorize that much material. On top of it, the message. How can you not listen to that and be struck with, like, oh my God, this is our day. This is reality. This is our world. It moved me. All right, we're going to move on. Our next contestant, Bilkiso Rake, Acquainted with the Night.
Hi everyone, my name is Bilkis Awake. Thank you for giving me this chance. My title poem is Acquainted with the Night. Acquainted with the Night by Robert Frost. I have been one acquainted with the night. I have walked out the rain in the back rain. I have outwalked the farthest city light. I have looked down the saddest city line. I have passed by the watchman on his bed and dropped my eyes unwilling to explain. I have stood still and stopped the sound of feet when far away an interrupted cry came over houses from another street, but not to call me or say goodbye. And farther still at an unearthly height, while luminary clock against the sky proclaimed this time was neither wrong nor right. I have been one acquainted with the night. Thank you for listening.
Right, so well done. All right. Give another couple of seconds to our judges. Next, let's bring up Lalise Dufo, Snake Oil, Snake Bite.
Hi guys, my name is Lalise. My poem title is Snake Oil, Snake Bite by Derba Ahmad. They started the world with a stone. They drew Bilubanama from his blood until there was none. When his veins ran through his face, remained his lifeless, and all the mother of village wept and pounded their chest until the sky had a little choice but to grant their supplication. God made the boy breathe again. God breathed life into us, it is said only once, but this case was an exception. God drew back in a giant gas and blew life into the boy, and like standard fish, he shouldered the ocean last. It was true, the boy lived, he lived from a very long time ago.
The dang took the text were an oil slick contaminated cleaned, but just as soon as the woman kissed Reddy's back into his chest, the boy beginning to die again. He continued to die the rest of his life. He continued to die the rest of his life. The dang took, please, slowly, sweetie. The dang took a very long time. Thank you for listening to me.
Thank you, Elisa. Okay. We're doing very well on time, I see. We've got more contestants. So, let's bring up Sanbate Tufo, the arrow and the song.
Hi everybody, my name is Sambate. My title is The Arrow and the Song by Henry Wadsworth Longfellow. I shot an arrow into the air, it fell to earth, I knew not where, for so swiftly it flew aside, could not follow in it the flight. I breathed a song into the air, it fell to earth, I knew not where, for who has sight so king and strong that it can follow the flight of song. Long afterward, in a nook, I found the arrow still unbroke, and the song from beginning to end, I found again in the heart of friend. Thank you for listening.
All right, that was very good. Thank you, Sambate. Okay. Now, our next student contestant is Miss Elizabeth Alvarez from Heavenly City.
Hi everyone, my name is Elizabeth Alvarez. My poem is The Heavenly City by Stephen Smith. I sigh for the heavenly country where the heavenly people pass and the sea is as quiet as a mirror of beautiful, beautiful glass. I walk in the heavenly field with lilies and poppies bright. I am dressed in the heavenly coat of polished white. When I walk in the heavenly parkland, my feet in the pasture are bare. Tall waves the grass, but no harmful creature is there. At night, I fly over the housetops and stand heaven's rivers and silver hair streams. Thank you.
Thank you, Elizabeth. Very good. Okay. Now is everybody getting ready for a break? My goodness, we have 2 long weeks. We're gonna miss you in that time. Oh, yeah. Okay. Next, we'd like to bring up Miss Ikram Goulet. Reply to the shepherd.
Hello. So before I start the poem, I just want you guys to think of one word: love. So the poem is called "The Nymphe's Reply to the Shepherd." Here goes something. If all the world and love were young, and truth in every shepherd's tongue, this pretty pleasure might me move to live with thee and be thy love. Time drivers the flocks from field to fold, when rivers rage and rocks grow cold, and the female love become dumb. The rest complains of cares to come. Flowers do fade, and wanton fields to wayward winter rockland yields. A honey tongue, a heart of gall, is fancy spring, but sorrow's fall. thy gowns, thy shoes, thy beds of roses, thy coat, thy kirtle, soon break, soon wither, soon forgotten, and fully ripe in reason rotten. Thy belt of straw and ivy buds, the coral cusp and umber studs, all this in me, no means can move to come to thee and be thy love. But could you last, and love still breathe? Had joys, no date nor age, then these delights might mine, might move to live with thee and be thy love.
Okay, we're gonna bring up Miss Lindsay with another poem.
Okay, so the very beginning of our poetry unit, we looked at a poem that you guys will probably recognize. I don't have it memorized, so sorry, but you guys will remember it. So it's from the book Where the Sidewalk Ends by Shel Silverstein. When I was little, my grandma would read for me in here, so it's basically my childhood in a book, and I guess that's where I learned to like poetry a lot. So yeah, this is one that I really liked, and I think you guys will recognize it. It's called Ickle Me, Pickle Me, Tickle Me Too. I have the first stanza memorized. Ickle me, pickle me, tickle me too. Went for a ride in a flying shoe. Hooray, what fun, it's time we flew, cried Ickle me, pickle me, tickle me too. Ickle was captain, and Pickle was crew, and Tickle served coffee and mulligan stew. And higher and higher and higher they flew, Ickle me, pickle me, tickle me too. Ickle me, pickle me, tickle me too, over the sun and beyond the blue. Hold on, stay in, I hope we do, cried Ickle me, pickle me, tickle me too. Ickle me, pickle me, ickle me, pickle me, tickle me too. Never returned to the world they knew, and nobody knows what's happened to Ickle me, pickle me, tickle me too. Okay, Mr. Mani, I know you said I didn't let you recite a poem, but I think we have time. So thumbs up if you want to do it now or maybe a little bit later. Now? Okay, all
right. Good. How do you know? All right. Today, we are demonstrating that we can learn. When I was 12 years old, I was forced to memorize this poem in a different language, in French. At that time, I had no choice. Memorize it or you fail the class. That taught me a lot. Imagine 12 years when I was 12 years old. And today, I am a little more than 50. I do still remember that poem. Whatever you learn and put in your head lives with you forever. But since the poem is in French, I'll tell you a little more about the poem. A young girl from Senegal. Senegal is a country in West Africa. This girl got married at the age of 17. By the age of 24, she had 5 kids. She had no job, no education, and the husband was a farmer. They were rearing chicken and goats. The husband passed away. The girl had no support with 5 children. The only option was for her to take over the farm, will carry all the chicken eggs and roll the goats to the city, not in a car, by walking. So one day, as we do, She carried all her eggs on her head and had it good on a rope and was going down to sell in the city market. What happened? She tripped and fell. What happened to the eggs? Everything was gone. By the time she was trying to save the eggs, what happened to the goat? It ran off. So that is the story of my poem. If I don't say it correctly, know that I tried. And we always want you to try. At least at the end, please clap for me, right? Okay. All right. The girl's name is Ramatulai. Ramatulai parte de la ferme Héroïque. Ramatulai part de la ferme sa calebasse sur la tête. Elle part à la vie Ramatulai, légère et jolie dans son pain blanc. Qu'est-ce que tu amènes à la vie Ramatulai? Dans ton calebasse et dans ton sac. Le lait de ma vache dans mon calebasse, les œufs de mes volailles dans mon sac. Avec l'argent, j'achète un veau. Un petit veau, ce n'est pas cher. Et petit veau est bientôt gros. Alors j'achète avec mes francs encore une vache et son veau. Regarde, il saute dans mon champ. Ramatulai rit et saute. Ramatulai saute et rit. Le calebasse sur sa tête, les œufs dans son sac, tout tombe. Ramatulai pleure au bord de la rue. Thank you.
All right, thank you. We are now ready to bring up Abdi Adan, Harlem by Langston Hughes.
Shut your goofy ass up. Alright. I'm going to be reading Harlem by Langston Hughes. Langston Hughes is an American poet, a novelist, and one of the early inventors of jazz poetry. Harlem. What happens to a dream deferred? Does it dry up like a raisin in the sun? Or fester like a sore and then run? Does it stink like rotten meat? Or crust and sugar over like a syrupy sweet? Maybe it sags like a heavy load. Or does it explode?
Okay, why don't we take, I know you've been sitting a long time, so why don't we take a minute for everybody to stand up and stretch. Let's not go out, come on. Just a minute stretch, and then let's have everybody sit back down again. Okay, come on, everybody. We don't need 50 people going to the bathroom at the same time, so. Let's everybody who's out in the halls, please come back. This was not a time for half the room to leave. We have several more contestants to go, and it's very disrespectful when you walk out on them.
So yeah, whatever this score is, you add it to the accuracy amount of each. You add for
Okay, when it's quiet,
it's 3 times the total.
I will bring up the next contestant, but only when it is quiet. Okay, I guess we're going to need to do this. Hands up. Okay, next I would like to bring up Miski Hersey.
Hello everyone, my name is Miski. My born is the Hafali Silu. I sigh for the Hafali country, where the Hafali people birth, and the sea is as quiet as a mirror of beautiful, beautiful glass. I walk in a Hafali field with lilies and poppies bright. I'm dressed in a Hafali coat of polished white. When I walk in a Hafali backland, my feet on the pasture are bare. Tall waves the grass, but no harmful creature is there. At night I fly over the housetops and stand on the bright moony beams. Gold are all heaven's rivers and silver hair streams.
Okay, thank you. Now, okay, Miss Lindsay, since you got us started with some old nursery rhyme poems, teachers, you're probably going to remember this one. And I'm gonna recite it's a nursery rhyme. I'm going to recite it, and then I'm going to there's actually some interesting history behind this. So, it goes, 3 blind mice, 3 blind mice, see how they run, see how they run. They all ran after the farmer's wife, who cut off their tails with the carver's knife. Have you ever seen such a sight in your life? As 3 blind mice. Now, what's interesting about this story, here's a little history behind it. For Mr. Rogers' World History class, you have not gotten to the Renaissance period yet, but the Renaissance King of England, Henry VIII, you remember him? With how many wives was it? Yeah. No, it's not 8 wives. The 6 wives of Henry VIII. But anyways, yeah, he did a lot of this to 2 of his wives. Anyways, he had his firstborn daughter by his first wife was named Mary. And after Henry died, and after his son died, Mary became queen. And she had a nickname. And they called her Bloody Mary. Why did they call her that? Because she had a lot of people burned at the stake or killed. It was all about religious conflict. But anyways, the story, 3 blind mice, it's about Mary, who burned at the stake 3, what we call protesters, or 3 people who resisted her. So that's what a little history about 3 blind mice that you didn't know about. Okay. Now, next, I'm going to bring up Sophia Bonet. Question.
Good morning, my name is Pia and my poem's title is Question. Question by Mensensen. By my house my horse, my hound. What will I do when you are fallen? Where will I sleep? How will I ride? Where will I hunt? Where can I go without my mount, or eager and quick? How will I know and think ahead? Is danger or treasure? When Buddy, my good bright dog, is dead. How will it be to lie in the sky, without roof or door, and wind for an eye, with cloud for a ship? How will I hide?
All right, thank you. Another minute. Glad to see everybody's back. Yay. All right. We have 3 more contestants. So, our next student contestant is Johanna Morocho. She walks in beauty.
My name is Johanna. My title of the poem is She Walks in Beauty by Lord Byron. She walks in beauty like the night of clouded climes and starry skies, and all that best of dark and bright meet in her aspect and her eyes. Those mellowed to the tender light which heaven to gaudy day denies. One shade or more, one rod or less, had half impaired the nameless grace, which waves in every raven tress, or softly likeness of her face. When sad, serenity sweet express, how pure, how dear their wilding place. And on the cheek, and on the brow, so soft, so calm, yet eloquent, the smiles that win, the tints that grow. But tell of days in goodness spent, a mind at peace with all below, a heart whose love is innocent. Thank you.
All right, Miss Samaya, where are you? Miss Samaya. Miss Samaya's got a poem to recite. And who? Mr. Sam, of course. Ah, good. Miss Samaya, are you ready?
No poem.
We put her on the spot.
Is it for Mr. Sam? Wow. Okay. Well, I told Mr. Sam that I have learned a poem from Arabic language from my dad when I was 7 years old, I think. So this talks about a soccer ball. So, is there any camera here? Any camera? I don't want to be recorded. Okay. This says, how do I start? I'm a little bit nervous. Oof. Come on, Sumaya. Yeah. So it's about the ball. محبوبة مدورة منفوخة مكورة ثيابها من جلدي لا تشتكي من بردي في جوفها هواء وليس فيها ماء نضربها فتهرب لكنها لا تغضب تنساب في الميدان في أرجل الفتيان وتنسني كالسمكة فترتمي في الشبكة أسرع وقل لنا اسمها إن كنت قد عرفتها. Who knows? I told you the answer now is a ball. Is kura, I think, in Arabic. Yeah, so this is from my dad when I was 7 years old. So thank you, Mr. Sam.
Wow, that was good for putting you on the spot like that. Thank you, Miss Maya. All right. All right. Amina Artana, it is your turn.
Hello, my name is Amin Arthur. My poem is about I Close My Eyes by David Ignato. I close my eyes like a good little boy and lay in a bed as I was told to do by my mother when she lived. And before bed, I brush my teeth and sleep on my pajamas as I was told and look forward to tomorrow. I do all things required of me to make me a citizen of sterling worth. I keep a job and come home each evening for dinner. I arrive at the same time on the same train to give my family a sense of order. I obey traffic signals. I'm a cordial to strangers. I answer my mail properly. I keep a balanced checking account. Why can't I live forever?
Yeah, very good. Thank you, Amina. All right, I think it's time to bring up Mr. Sam, don't you?
What do we have here? Oh, it's one more, and then we got the
Okay, good morning. So I'm very proud of the things that people have been doing so far. The poems this year are very good. I think this is one of our best Poetry Out Louds ever. Let's give a hand to our contestants. We have just one or two contestants left. Then just one left. Then I believe we have some teachers who are going to perform some poems. And I seem to get stuck doing one every year. So I'll just do a short one because I really want to hear the poems that your other teachers have to read today. But this one is called, it's not the whole poem, it's just half. And it's The Second Coming by Yeats. Turning and turning in the widening gyre, the falcon cannot hear the falconer. Things fall apart. The center cannot hold. Mere anarchy is loosed upon the world. The blood-dimmed tide is loosed, and everywhere the ceremony of innocence is drowned. The best lack all conviction, while the worst are full of passionate intensity.
All right, now, last, but certainly not least, we have Assad Abdullahi.
My poem is I too. I'm a darker brother. They sent me to. I'm a darker brother. They sent me to eat in the kitchen when company comes. When company comes, but I laugh, I eat well, and grow strong. Tomorrow I will be at the table when company comes. Nobody was there. Say to me, eat in the kitchen. Then beside, they will see how beautiful I am. I am be ashamed. I join America.
All right, thank you, Assad. Now we have heard from all our student contestants. And so now our judges are going to be very busy tabulating the results. So it's time to bring up some of our teachers to do some poems. By the way, is anybody reciting a poem in French? I haven't heard a French poem yet. Huh? Oh, Mr. Mani, of course. How about anybody know a poem in Italian? Russian? Oh! All right, let's bring up Miss Julia.
Hello everyone. It has been a while since I recited poems before the audience. Actually, I have two poems, very short ones. One in a foreign language, Spanish, and the other one in my mother tongue, Russian. So I'll do Spanish first, okay? It's Cultivo una rosa blanca by Jose Marti, who was a poet and a teacher from Cuba. And I like the message because it's about cultivating or growing a white rose, not only for a dear friend, but for a cruel enemy as well. I'll try to remember. Cultivo una rosa blanca en junio como en enero para el amigo sincero que me da su mano franca y para el cruel que me arranca el corazón con me vivo. Cardos ni ortigos cultivo una rosa blanca. And the Russian poem, I don't have script for that, so I better remember it. I memorized when I was in school, and it's written by a famous Russian poet, Alexander Pushkin, and it's about love that passed. Я вас любил. Любовь еще, быть может, в моей душе угасла не совсем. Но пусть она вас больше не тревожит. Я не хочу печалить вас ничем. Я вас любил безмолвно, безнадежно. То нежностью, то робостью томим. Я вас любил так искренне, так нежно, как дай вам Бог, любимый быть другим.
Thank you. That was very good. All right. Let me go back. Now, Mr. James, are you ready?
What's your name?
Okay, so something most people don't know is that when I was in high school, I competed in speech, and some of the speech I competed in was poetry. So this is a poem I first read when I was your age, but I understand it more now, and I think this is how a lot of your teachers might feel about this time of year. After Apple Picking by Robert Frost. My long, two-pointed ladders stuck through a tree toward heaven still, and there's a barrel that I didn't fill beside it. And there may be 2 or 3 apples that I didn't pick upon some bough. But I am done with apple picking now. Essence of winter sleep is on the night. The scent of apples I'm drowsing off. I cannot rub the strangeness from my sight. I got this from looking through a pane of glass this morning. I skimmed from the water trough and held against the world of hoary grass. It melted, and I let it fall and break. But I was well upon my way to sleep before it fell, and I knew what form my dreaming was about to take. Magnified apples appear and disappear, stem end and blossom end, and every fleck of russet showing clear. My instep arch not only keeps the ache, it keeps the pressure of a ladder round. I feel the ladder sway as the boughs bend, and I keep hearing from the cellar bin the rumbling sound of load on load of apples coming in. For I have had too much of apple picking. I am overtired of the great harvest I myself desired. There were 10,000 fruit to reach, cherish in hand, lift down, and not let fall. For all that struck the earth, no matter if not bruised or spiked with stubble, went surely to the cider heap as of no worth. One can tell what will trouble this sleep of mine, whatever sleep it is. Were he not gone, the woodchuck could say if it's like his long sleep, as I describe it coming on, or just some human sleep. Thank you.
Thank you. Right, it's got to be hard to memorize that. Wow. Okay, Mr. Dan, it's your turn.
This is a poem that I just finished writing, but I like to think that I translated from the original Proto-Indo-European. The Telling. The Tell is an impressive hill on the plain, beyond the mountains, surrounded by sunflowers, sheep, and potato fields. An ancient story lies deep under the hard-packed ground, long and deep. Its wispy threads flail unheard in the wind, sifting through my fingers and swirling in the sand. The story of the people of the city was abandoned 6,000 years ago. A secret hidden 5 meters below the east side of the hill, my imagined ones. Ruins, long submerged, resurfaced in the light of the sun, revealing an ancient people with their tools and pots, a sparse record hardly suggesting what they really felt and thought during their lives in a city before all history to come. The roof was held by wooden posts of level 3A, now cleared of clay, silt, and till. A workshop, lively, with students sculpting faces in rock, and the master, yet without a wheel, creating a graphite incised pot. And to the side, the woman and her girl grinding grain between two stones. No one talks, and the scene floats in time alone. The dreams of the students are left in dust and traces that the girl sweeps to fill potholes in the floor, miscut marks and mis-chiseled faces, along with charcoal shells and acorns. The story of the people of the Copper City is scattered among the bones of the massacred, the skeletons found lying on the ground with obsidian arrow points lodged in their skulls, and the burnt marks on the gray clay when the fire swept in with the chariot wheels. The walls sagged, crumbling like a mountain range. Cracked, patched with temporary clay fixes. And by the gate, the granary remains empty. But below, at the bottom of this long, deep well, is the secret tunnel to safety. Long after the attack, the battle, the war, the lives of the people of the city, broken into shards, then collected and restored, a tiny gold bead, a golden amulet, found and placed in a glass case on the museum's second floor. On the tell, the still point of the turning world, I have no need for time travel. Uncovering the stratigraphic story of the dig, all the entangled levels become unraveled. The buried past, the imagined past, the perceived present, the objective present, the possible future, and what was foretold by the priestess prophetess that came true. The survivors will quickly dig our graves or leave us where we lay, abandoning the ruins out of fear. I see in the future a mound, a hill, a tell that no one touches for 1,000 years. I write this hyper-aware of time overwhelming. This is the story of the last night of the people of the city, and this is its telling. Thank you.
Wow, very impressive. Mr. Chris, it is your turn.
Doesn't matter. I'm going to try my best to recite a Somali love poem. I will try my best to do it justice. Afka lagama shekto. Aragon shail areg. Loma or amado anego I helayo.
Intu so aboreo hadig igu ageye.
Okay, how was his smiling? You give him a thumbs up? All right, Mr. Roger.
Hello. The poem I wrote a little poem last night. Okay. I wrote a little poem last night. I don't have it completely memorized, but I'll give it a try here. It's called Magical Answers by Mr. Roger Lateral. So, mathematics is what I teach. I started learning mathematics when I was very young. You know, 3 times 4 is 12, 3x plus 4x equals 7x. Pi and e are irrational numbers. I do not have a magical box from which equations can be solved from the touch of a button. It required time. Time I enjoyed working and solving on problems. There were no shortcuts to the math I learned. Now I teach wonderful students, but some have gone astray. For I was grading their tests, and magical answers I did see. I did not want, which I wondered, how did thee? Was it wisdom from up high? You know, was it greatness I did not see? Could it be I was in the presence of greatness? I thought, may it be. Then I wondered, could it be from a little magical device hidden away or between some clothing or up a sleeve? I thought the latter and put down 0.
Love it. We're out to you guys. Yeah. All right. Now, Miss Fatia and Miss Ruth Ann.